A single stem, $7. The growers who command that price aren't necessarily the ones with the best soil or the largest fields. They're the ones who have learned to treat time itself as a commodity. When your peonies bloom alongside everyone else's, you're a commodity. You're competing on price at the Dutch auctions. And you're losing. But push that bloom 14 days earlier, and you're operating in a different market entirely. This is the science and economics of forcing peonies. A practice where small farmers use plastic tunnels, a growth hormone that costs less than 2 cents per plant, and some of the most precise biological calculations in agriculture to move the harvest window weeks ahead of nature. ACT2 Mother's Day Fairy. The global cut peony market moves roughly 100 million STEMs per year, a $2 billion annual trade. The single greatest demand event in that calendar is Mother's Day. In 2026, Mother's Day spending reached an estimated $34.1 billion in the United States alone. Of that $3.2 billion, just THE flowers. 69% of all Mother's Day gifts were floral arrangements. No other retail occasion produces a comparable concentration of price-insensitive demand in such a short window. Normal peony price, $2 to $3 wholesale. Holiday peony price, $4.50 to $7 wholesale premium. The structural problem for growers is straightforward. In the lower 48 states, peonies bloom naturally in late May and June. Mother's Day falls in the second week of May. The overlap is narrow under normal conditions. It disappears entirely in a cold spring. An early spring creates the opposite problem. Flowers are already past peak before demand arrives. A reliable 2-week advancement doesn't just improve margins. It removes a grower from the commodity market altogether. ACT3 Biology Book. Peonies require chilling hours. This is a biological requirement, not a preference. An adaptation evolved in the temperate regions of Asia and Europe. The plant needs between 500 and 1,000 hours of temperatures between 32 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit before it will resume growth. Research by Dr. Rivka Kamnetsky-Goldstein at the Hebrew University defined the effective parameters for the industry's most popular variety, Sarah Bernhardt. Option A, 2 degrees Celsius held for 60 days. Option B, 6 degrees Celsius held for 70 days. Insufficient chilling, the plant will not emerge from dormancy. Excessive heat applied too quickly after chilling, the buds abort. They turn black and die on the stem. The plant responds to accumulated thermal data. ACT for the 3 tools of the trade. Tool 1, the hoop house. A hoop house is a polyethylene plastic tunnel placed over the beds in late winter. The Belgian Peony Society documented that these structures move the Sarah Bernhardt harvest from early June to early May. The critical variable is air volume. Larger tunnels, 12 meters wide, maintain a stable internal microclimate. Smaller structures trap humidity, creating conditions for Botrytis, a gray mold capable of destroying an entire crop within 48 HOURS. Tool 2, gibberellic acid. Gibberellic acid is a naturally occurring plant growth hormone. Virginia Tech's 2024 production guide documents that GA3, applied to peony crowns before emergence, can reduce production time by 15 days. 1 gallon of solution treats approximately 6,000 plants, at a cost of roughly 2 cents per plant. Used in combination with a hoop house, a grower can achieve a 4-week advancement over field-grown timelines. Tool 3, container forcing. In this approach, developed commercially in Israel, roots are grown in containers rather than the ground. Growers use industrial refrigerators to accumulate the required chilling hours on a controlled schedule. Then transfer the containers to heated greenhouses. The result is bloom in January, when no field-grown peonies exist anywhere in the northern hemisphere. At that point, pricing is largely unconstrained by competition. ACT5, the Alaskan anomaly. Not every timing advantage is about being early. In the 1990s, Dr. Pat Holloway at the University of Alaska Fairbanks identified a structural gap in the global supply calendar. Alaska's natural bloom window falls in July and August, after the Dutch, American, and most European supplies have ended, and directly during the peak of the global wedding season. Tony and Judy Banks, longtime New Zealand growers, assess the situation plainly. You are sitting on a gold mine. They were right. The Alaska Peony Cooperative now ships globally into a window with minimal competition and correspondingly high prices, without any forcing technology at all. The late season is the advantage. ACT6, the risk calculus. Forcing carries real failure modes. Bud abortion. Internal greenhouse temperatures above 28 degrees Celsius during bud development. The plant terminates the flower. Storage degradation. Peonies can be held dry at 33 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 5 weeks. But quality deteriorates over time. Petals lose structure, fragrance diminishes. Vase life falls from 10 days to 2. Size. Forced blooms are typically somewhat smaller than field-grown flowers. In premium segments, that difference affects buyer decisions. Conclusion: the lesson of the peony. The peony industry is a case study in a principle that applies well beyond agriculture. The most valuable form of a product is often the same product available when no one else has it. Belgian growers with polyethylene tunnels. Israeli operations with climate-controlled facilities. Alaskan farmers working in the subarctic. All executing the same logic from different directions. A 15-day shift in a bloom window, achieved through a 2-cent hormone or a well-managed refrigerator, can outperform 100 acres of conventional production. The competitive advantage isn't acreage. It isn't soil. It's calendar position.